future farmers of America here, huh?
It's an arm workout.
Yeah. So what are you planting in these today?
Hollyhock, aster, and chamomile.
Ooh, so this is a flower one. Okay, so we're making chamomile for tea along with stevia, peppermint, lemon balm, and then we have cilantro and basil for just our consumption. And then they get to water them, and they're enjoying it. So I'm taking advantage because we got a lot of seeds to plant today. So what are you planting, sir?
Cabbage, butternut squash, spaghetti squash, and zucchini.
Ooh. So what are you going to eat out of those?
Probably the cabbage, zucchini, butternut squash, and spaghetti squash.
Oh, so all of them. Good deal. Crosby, what are you planting?
Calendula, Pacific Beauty, and calendula orange.
Oh, 2 kinds of calendula. Crazy dogs. Abby, what are you going to be planting over there?
Lettuce micro.
Microgreens? Awesome. Jameson, what are you growing in this one now?
Oregano.
Oregano?
Oregano. Sage. Thyme.
Thyme.
Parsley. Chives and rosemary.
Ooh, awesome. Nolan, what are you growing in yours?
Some kind of tomatoes.
What are all the kinds we're gonna grow this year?
Tomato hybrid greenhouse. Black cherry Virginia sweets and Thessaloniki and sweet pea currant.
Super. Are you super excited about those? Yeah. Abby, what are you growing in these?
I'm growing golden California wonder peppers, early jalapeno peppers, shishito peppers, king of the north bell pepper, marketmore cucumber, and longfellow cucumber.
Very exciting. All right, so we got all the planting done today. The kids were major helps. Now, it took us about 3 hours to do this. So I'm glad that it is done. This was the big ice chunk area that I was talking about that needed to leave. So Brandon's just kind of mapping out where the addition is going to be. What's your game plan?
I don't know. Put some boards together for a little while. Call it a day. She's gonna go.
I'm glad you show some restraint, Crosby. This is how these kids find fun. They find the muddiest spot, which is down along the side of the house and where all the runoff is coming down. And everything is just caked in mud. Clay mud too, so it's super sticky. We've lost a couple boots. So here's the fence. Goes from here all the way up and down around. And there are the ducks inside of the pen. Hip hip. Safe ducks. We can leave for a couple hours without having to worry about them and about other things coming to them. But you can see, I mean, they're so camouflaged in this brown earth. So this is what kind of a slope we're working with here. This is level, if you can believe that. Right? It's so crazy. This is a massive hill that we live on.
Side of a mountain.
That's true. I guess I don't know what I expected then. You buy a property on the side of a mountain, you need to expect a hill. What's happening with you?
Oh. I fell in a puddle.
Crazy.
Go way down. Oh, I think we're better off getting more rocks onto that side. You have any left?
Mm-mm. I go get some though. You're on a duck house, man.
Yes.
Got a lot done today.
Woo!
The ladies enjoying their new enclosure. This guy's ridiculous. He's gotten so far on this duck house. So this is the existing area where our ducks sleep now. And then this will be a doorway into this other new duck area. And then there'll be a little cutout here to let them mingle together if they want to. But that way we can keep the older ducks in here. And then the younger ducks that we have, there's actually underneath this board, there's a hole with, oh, I can't think of the word right now. Hardware cloth. There you go. There's hardware cloth that's attached underneath of it. So we can hang their water over the hole and everything they splash out will just go down onto the ground, which is super handy. So this is it from the outside. And what better of a birthday present than a new duck house? I'll be very glad to get our little cutie ducklings out of our home. We're starting a little bit on the siding. It's getting pretty exciting here. We have some old barnwood that we got from a friend that we're gonna try and use just as kind of like an accent piece. And then the rest of the house will be black, just like the duck house.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Look at that. That's the same knot. I'll turn it around.
Kids are loving the duck house.
What's that?
Kids are loving the duck house.
Okay, the question is, how many blades am I going to go through?
This is your first one?
Yeah.
Well, time will tell, I guess, eh?
I've noticed a couple of nails still in there.
And you got glasses on. Safety first, right? so far. My goodness. Did you have something to say? What?
It's not going on.
Go on. What's he doing?
God only knows. Oh yeah, I like that look. Where that other one was up top and that one's on the bottom. That looks really good. Nolan's over starting the grill. And Crosby has a metal detector that our friend brought over. Isn't that the job of a younger brother, just to irritate? It's getting there. A couple more rows. How many splinters have you gotten today? I think we were all on about 5 or 6 yesterday. So this is what is left. The turkeys are getting so big. So I've heard from a lot of other homesteaders, a lot of other people raising turkeys, ducks, chickens, whatever bird you desire. I've been hearing a lot of talk this year that everyone's running into problems with their flocks. Like they're losing a lot of birds this year. So I think right now we're down to 97. Okay, we're at the 3-week mark. Well, with a couple of these, you can tell a couple of them are about a week older. But I feel like we're doing pretty good then. If we still have this many, and as you can see, they're all looking pretty healthy. They're everywhere. They're so spazzy. Had to up their water today to the 3 gallon. Got rid of the little ones because it was like a full-time job. A little backstory. So I'm getting up like with newborns, I'm getting up in the middle of the night to refill waters because these guys eat and drink 24/7. These guys and the ducklings. So instead of making myself crazy getting up with 2 separate waters, then I just decided just go with the big one. And they seem to really like it. So they're big enough now. I'm not worried that they're going to fall in or drown or fall asleep while they're drinking and, all of that. But yeah, it's going to be a little while till they can get out of this area because they just don't have all of their adult feathers yet. So they have to stay in where it's a little warmer, where they have access to the heat lamp. And here in Wyoming, it gets pretty cold every night, even in the summer. So we want to make sure these guys have been set up for success before we just throw them out into the cold. But how funny are they? All they're practicing and oh my gosh. We've been noticing too that sometimes they will, I don't know if they're fighting or if they're just coming into their own, but they'll stand up to each other and their necks get really long and it's hilarious. It's so interesting just to watch these guys. Thank goodness we don't really watch TV because we've got these guys to entertain us. All right, so we found these fence posts. They're they're expanding our highway right down by the front of the property. So they tore up our old fence and are giving us a new one on a different line. So we walked down today and found these 2 smaller posts. And I don't think Brandon brought up the big one. Anyway, there's huge one he brought up too. So we are going to build a gate today, right here, so we can get in and out of the duck enclosure and into the duck house, because it is moving day. Oh yeah, and the ospreys are back. They've come back north and they are hungry. So luckily the ducks have their little enclosure there to keep them safe. But they blend in so well here that the ospreys don't even really see them. And we've got our 2 guard dogs here, right girls? Are you with the guard dogs? So yeah, so we're gonna work on the gate today. We're going to put linoleum down in the other side of the new part of the duck house, fill it up with straw, possibly cut a hole in the floor and move the new ducks to the new spot and keep the old ducks in the old spot. It'll just be easier for them, but I don't know. We haven't quite decided on that yet.
Two. You want to grab the other one right there behind you and the pin? Ooh, no, that's the drill bit. We need the pin right by your foot there. There you go.
What do you suppose needs to happen?
See the hole down there that you're trying to go in? You got to center it on that hole. There you go.
Well, turned out to be a pretty great day. We got a lot done. We got the little ducks moved into their new home, which is in the big duck coop. That's the add-on that Brandon just finished, or is finishing, I should say. They're finally out of the house, and I could not be more happy. So the weather looks like it's looking up, which is awesome. Oh, the snow is almost gone. You can see mostly little patches here and there. Brandon did get the scaffolding all set up here, so probably starting next week we'll be in the beginning stages of putting some siding on the house. We're doing well with the turkeys. The kids are awesome. All the pets are good. And we're gearing up for some visitors come late May. So I hope everyone has had a lovely week. It's gotten a little crazy again in the world, but I have faith in humanity that everyone is going to wake up and just do what they feel is right for them and start making some decisions for yourself. So with that, I hope everybody is really well, healthy, happy. We'll talk